In November 1929, tens of thousands of Igbo and Ibibio women from the forests and rivers of southeastern Nigeria did something no colonial records never expected. They did not beg. They did not plead. They rose. Bare-breasted, heads held high, armed with nothing but songs, palm fronds, and an unbreakable covenant among themselves. They marched on British warrant chiefs, district offices, and native courts. History would call it the ABA Women's Uprising. But to the women who made it happen, it was simply Ogu Amanwaniai, the Women's War.
It began with a rumor in the market town of Oloko. British officials were planning to tax women. In a society where women fed entire villages through farming and trade, where markets were women's parliaments and palm oil was women's gold, such a tax was not just economic violence, it was an attack on the very foundation of female power. But these were not helpless victims. These were market queens, priestesses, age-grade leaders, mothers of titled men, and daughters of the soil who carried the ancient right to sit on any man, chief, husband, or colonial officer who abused power.
Oginine Feze, what is flying over the king? Tax, tax, tax.
From Oloko the fire spread like harmattan wind, to Owerri to Calabar to Aba to Ngwaland. Over 2 months, more than 50,000 women joined the uprising. They invaded European factories, released prisoners from native court jails, burned down courthouses that had become tools of oppression. When British-led troops opened fire in Apobo and Utuita Mekpo, at least 50 women were killed. Some accounts say over 100. Yet the women did not scatter. They mourned, they sang funeral dirges that turned into war songs, and they kept coming. Our mothers told the white man, "Was your mother not born by a woman? Will your mother pay tax?" They shamed them until the tax plan died. The British were forced to abolish the warrant chief system, suspend direct taxation of women, and include female representatives in native courts, reforms that rippled across colonial Africa. The Women's War of 1929 became a blueprint for later anti-colonial resistance, from Kenya's Mau Mau to Ghana's market women boycotts. They left no statues, no written manifestos, only songs passed from mother to daughter, and a legacy carved in courage. This is their story, not a footnote in Empire's ledger, but a thunderclap of African women's power that still echoes a century later. When the colonial world told them to sit still, they sat, but only on the neck of injustice. This was Ogu Amanwaniai. This was the ABA Women's War. And it was magnificent.